So here's a question. You're retired, looking at another home. Maybe it's your dream home. Maybe it's a vacation home. Should you finance it or should you pay cash? We're going to go over that in just a minute. So I've done financial planning for thousands of people around the country. And yeah, we've gotten pretty good at it over time. I've seen most scenarios. I'm not sure anybody could ask me a question I haven't seen, although I'm always open-minded, so it's probably coming. I think the latest thing is going to be based on AI or something like that, because that's in the news right now and it's pretty fresh. But one of the things that I am asked on a regular basis is, should I finance or should I pay cash for a home? And it's a really, really interesting question. And it boils down to a few things. Now, I can remember being asked this question a few years ago, or even 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, and the answer was easier. Interest rates were very, very low. If you remember, you could get a home loan at somewhere around 3%, a lot of times less than 3%. So if a client came to me and said, Mike, I'm thinking of getting a new home. Should I pull my money out of my retirement accounts and pay for cash for that home, or should I finance? Well, if the interest rate is 3%, as an investment advisor, that's a pretty easy answer. And the answer would be, I think you should finance. Now, that's not always what they wanted to hear, right? Because not everybody wants to have debt in retirement. But mathematically, if you could borrow $300,000 or $500,000 or $800,000, whatever that number was for that house, if you could borrow that money at 3%, regardless of age, it made sense mathematically. If you were 80 years old and you had a life expectancy, let's say of 15 years, if you could go out and get a 30-year mortgage, knowing you'd never potentially live that long, not you would never, but you probably wouldn't live that long. If a bank would give you money at 3% to live in your dream home on a loan that you would never have to pay back, and then the bank would just, worst case scenario, get it back after you're gone, that's not the worst case scenario if your income would cover it over that period of time. But now things have changed a little bit. You can't get a loan for a home right now at 3%, much less 4% or 5%. The rates have gotten higher. So if you're asking yourself the question, should I finance or should I pay cash? We really need to get into the numbers. We got to take a look at, how are you currently invested? What are your expenses? What is your age? What is the interest rate we could get? And what is your income in retirement? The math is going to work out for some people where you should finance, for other people where you shouldn't finance. But here's where the value comes in working with an investment advisor that's a true fiduciary, that is legally obligated to put your best interests ahead of their own. Thank you for watching. Go to guardingyournestegg.com for your free and objective personal financial plan.